One of the most frequent asked questions on my previous build is, where did you get your motor? Today, we're going to tell you where I'm getting my motors for this build. Let's get to it. All right, before we get started, we're going to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Babbel. Babbel is a language learning app that teaches you how to read, speak, and listen in new languages. It'll give you all the tools you need to have conversations in real-world situations. We definitely got to go with German, got the German car. In addition to the app-based lessons, you can also learn through games, podcasts, videos, and even online classes with top teachers. Babbel Live.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Danke.
Danke.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Everything is designed to help learners of all levels and attention spans. So they're really there if you want to master a language or really just brush up on something for your next vacation. Babbel's got something for you. Mein Auto ist doch wunderbar. Mein Deutsch ist sowieso. And this is not just some AI tool, but this is actually made from over 100 experts in various languages. If you're interested in learning a new language, check out the link in the description below. So who do I buy my motors from? I buy them from PartsGuy.
Hey guys, it's Peter here from PartsGuy. Got some work that's normal for us, but we're very fortunate to be working with Jeremy from electricsupercar. He's got a special project. We've got P85D, so dual motor car with pretty good condition, low mileage. What we're gonna do special for him is we're gonna give him as much of the hosing. So you'll see a lot of the cooling pumps, the battery chiller, the battery heater that he may use. The pieces he's after is the front drive unit here, which is this guy we're gonna show.
Peter and I go way back. On my very first build, I needed a nut. It was a nut that went on the suspension and I just didn't have it and I needed it. I was going through eBay and that's where I stumbled across his page. I didn't see the nut, but I kind of just messaged him and said, hey, do you have this part? He said, yeah. He actually let me have it for free, shipped it and everything. And he said, all I ask in return is just to follow me on Instagram or leave a Facebook like, something like that. And ever since then, we've kind of been in touch. He's been a great partner in the EV space. He and I connected when I was starting this build and I asked him, hey, what could we do? Is there any way you could get me a dual motor unit? And he's like, yep, no problem. So the first go around, I won't throw out all the names, but there are companies, EV companies out there that will sell you a motor. And the first go around, I think I paid close to $15,000 or $16,000, including shipping for the motor. So I was looking to do it for somewhat less expensive this time. So I will show you at the very end of the video how much we paid for this, but I think you guys will agree we got a great deal. And if you're ever looking for EV parts or Tesla parts, please go look him up.
Hey Jeremy, we got your unit cleaned up. We're gonna break the warranty sticker here, so I guess we get no more Tesla warranty, but what we're gonna actually do is look inside it and just see there's no coolant leak on them, which is one of the common problems in these units, but it's a nice revision P unit, so it should be good. It's obviously been replaced sometime in the car's life. So okay, so we pulled the can off. If you come and look in here, there is nice and dry, nothing going on, so the seal's obviously good. Come on over and have a look at this piece. It's obviously the inverter we're looking at here, the detail, where the DC lines go in, the communication, everything looks great in there, so we've done very well, so I'm sure you'll be happy with it. Thank you.
He even took several calls. We did some video chats, all to help me kind of understand how things work and what I was getting. So again, he goes above and beyond for customer service. He's got a store on eBay and it's nice to see the face that's behind the business. See what's inside? A whole bunch of goodies. All right, in box number one, we've got one of the Tesla fans. This one's got, looks like another AC condenser units and fans. Again, these ones look like pretty good units. They're actually not a whole lot different in size than the Porsche ones. So if these are good, we may want to use them. All right, box number two, a lot of the coolant hoses and valves and T's were used to see if I could use them. Again, this was just very nice for Peter to do. All right, in this box, we've got some of the high voltage and low voltage cables. So I recognize some of them. This one will go to the inverter. These ones actually look like for the battery terminals. All right, in this box, looks like there's a radiator. The radiator here, I think this was just sent for fitment. So discard any damage that was already known to be damaged. Just seeing if it might be something we could use. All right, this one is all the front cooling. So this one actually has, it's like this is one of the valves. And it's got pump, some of the other electronics. So this is if we want to make the whole cooling system work like a Tesla. This one is they call it iBooster. This is essentially an electronic brake booster. So we'll definitely be using that one, as most conventional cars use a vacuum brake booster that uses vacuum generated from the engine. All right, so here we've got, this is the accelerator pedal. That's one of the things we actually need. It's the brake pedal. Not exactly sure what that one is. Almost looks like a shaft output. I think this is for the front motor. This one, I'm guessing, is brakes. So they've got front left, front right. All right, friends, this is a dual motor setup from a Tesla Performance Model S. So the bolts that are on the top now, I'm just going to push the car forward like 6 inches to get those to turn around. Oh, there's one. Alright, so this guy came out. Not exactly sure what this white stuff is. I think it'll clean up, but that's the drive shaft socket. Again, this side looks a little cleaner. In order to get the transmission down, I've uncoupled the drive shafts, but they're still kind of in the way. So I'm going to take off wheels and uncouple the drive shafts from the wheels. I got this one with like a 6-foot long extension, and it still doesn't want to come off. I'm to the point of pretty much bending it. So I think next is heat. I'll resort to heat and see if that can help break it loose. I've got fire extinguishers here on standby, but we'll get this off. Heck yeah. Heat is the way to go.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down.
Not too bad.
This empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care.
All right, I got the clutch cable off this one and off that one there. And now the last thing is this here, which is, I believe, kind of the clutch fluid. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. It is the car with never-ending coolant. I got all the wiring harness on this side off. We're getting close, but yeah, there's just so much stuff. All right, we got access to the engine from this side, from the top and the bottom and the back, so I think we've got enough access points we can start taking all the wiring out and getting everything ready to drop the motor out. All right, I'm slowly getting things out of the way. Got here the wiring harness. I think after that I'm down to gas lines. We're getting there. I do have to say it is like so incredibly dirty. Electric cars are a lot cleaner. There's no end to the coolant. I'm running out of containers, going for M&Ms. More coolant. All right, on this side we've got ignition and some other wires actually on both sides, and it's really hard to get a good angle, so we'll just do the best we can. All right, so I've got all of them unplugged on this side as well as that side. So there's these lines, I'm not sure what they are, so I don't want to just take them off yet. I'm thinking one of them's probably gonna be gas. Well, actually there's 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. So I think one of them's gas. I don't know if this has got a power steering pump that's on the engine, but anyways, there's 3 left. And then I gotta check the top side. I think there's some more cabling that I gotta undo on the top side. I think this one's a vacuum tube, and I think the other one is gas. Yep, it's gas. I realize I'm separating things and doing things that may cause this, but inside the air intake here, it's full of like oil, looks like. I believe everything's disconnected. I'm gonna go ahead and build a wooden frame, wooden structure to attach to the motor and transmission to kind of support it as we lower it. Can I just say, I've never been this dirty working on an electric car. I mean, this is just insane. I can't believe how much easier an electric motor is than a gas-powered motor. There are so many systems, so many things. I think for the Tesla motor, I had the 2 high voltage cables, and then, you know, a dozen or maybe 2 dozen kind of low voltage cables, and that's it. Other than that, you have a coolant loop, but man, here you've got the air, you've got the transmission, you know, so you got the clutch and all the clutch fluid. You've got, I haven't even touched the gas yet. God, that's the other thing I got to get to. I got to get all the gas out, exhaust. Man, there's just so many systems, so complex. All right, I've been doing some epic fails, but so this one's supporting the back of the transmission. I got 2x4s going up to the front. I've got a cross beam that goes kind of the joint between the transmission and the engine. Places to bolt to the engine there and there. Got some bracing. I'm going to do more bracing. So I've got kind of the main frame down. Right now I've got this bench that I made underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the lift so this is pretty much touching, and then make sure that everything is level. All right, I currently have this loaded up on my workbench. I've got the frame supported in a couple places, so now we'll look to remove some of the mounting bolts. I think the way I'm going to go about this, so for the transmission there's 2 bolts here on either side, and that's it from the back half. And then the front, it's really just bolt here and bolt there. I believe that is it. All right, I just took off, this is the transmission mount, and I believe that might be the last thing left. In theory, I just lift the lift and the motor and transmission stay there. So this will be a slow process, but we'll let you watch. So there's one more bolt up front for the engine mount. God, everything's so hard to access. We'll see what we can do. I think that should be the last one. All right, it looks like the motor's coming with it. We'll just go slow and make sure that nothing's snagging. So this is a really close one. The motor almost does not fit between the rails of the lift. So I'm literally kind of just barely touching on both sides. I think we can still do it, but oof, close. PartsGuy did give me a really good deal on this for this collaboration, but his prices and things are very competitive. So for tools this week, I'll highlight this is PB Blaster. It helps with some of the stuck fasteners. It's a good penetrant oil. This is a cool tool. This is like your oh crap tool. It's able to kind of grasp things. It's got a magnet on the end as well as a light. So again, anything that's kind of down in a bad spot, that's a good friend. This one was so helpful. This one's just a little pick tool. It's helpful to kind of get in some of those seals, kind of loosen things up. Use that one a lot. Also for the connectors. Sometimes it's just like, man, it's hard to get those connectors, and this one you're able to just kind of get into the little spot, open things up. Impact driver, again, really comes through in a time like this. Big old breaker bar, you need one of those. I'll put a link to these in the video description. Again, this is Amazon affiliate links. So we got the new motors here. The old motor is out. These are some big steps in the right direction. We're making some great progress. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.